Between the years 2026 and 2027, the Indian Republic will undergo its most extensive structural reconfiguration in decades. For 50 years, India's political boundaries have been artificially frozen, tied to the outdated 1971 census. While political lines remained static, the economy shifted. Western and southern states accelerated their economic output, leaving historically resource-rich eastern states behind. Next year, the ice finally breaks. Two simultaneous federal initiatives will completely redraw both the political and economic maps of the entire nation. Understanding the mechanics of these two new maps reveals how a 21st century superpower is constructed. To see how this plays out on the ground, we look to the east. Take Odisha. In 1817, the region launched the Paika Rebellion, an armed uprising directly protesting colonial resource exploitation and heavy taxation. That early resistance laid the groundwork for a broader movement. Through the efforts of the Utkal Samilani organization, Odisha successfully fought for linguistic and political unification, becoming a separate province in 1936. A region with a century-long history of fighting for self-determination and resource control provides the evidence for how this national redrawing will function. This process begins with the 16th National Census launching in 2026, India's first fully digital population count. Paper schedules are being entirely eliminated. Enumerators will collect data through a specialized mobile application, and citizens with updated national population registry details can use an online portal to count themselves. The rollout happens in two distinct phases, an initial house listing phase, followed closely by the core population enumeration phase. Because of the massive geography, the timeline is staggered. Snowbound areas like Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, and Himachal Pradesh will start data collection in October 2026, while the rest of the subcontinent follows in March 2027. During this count, the government will collect caste data alongside SC and ST demographics for the very first time since independence. All of this new demographic and caste data directly feeds the delimitation process. Delimitation is the legal mechanism of redrawing the boundaries of legislative constituencies based on recent population data. Archiving citizen data on servers is only step one. The final result is the physical redrawing of Lok Sabha and assembly seats, actively redistributing political power across 1 billion people. While the census redraws the political lines, the 2026-27 union budget redraws the capital. The mechanism for this is the Purvodaya scheme. Purvodaya is a massive federal initiative explicitly designed to pivot the nation's economic engine eastward, turning historical mining states into new-age tech and manufacturing hubs. This chart shows the shift in financial focus. The smaller bars represent the historical average for Odisha's railway grants between 2009 and 2014. The massive spike on the right shows the nearly 11,000 crore rupee allocation for 2026-27, a 13-fold increase. That capital is funding heavy physical infrastructure. The budget prioritizes the development of National Waterway No. 5, connecting Talcher to Paradeep, and the construction of dedicated rare earth corridors. Extracting and efficiently transporting these specific rare earth minerals elevate these eastern states from domestic resource providers to critical nodes in the global technology supply chain. But macroeconomic budget blueprints often collide with the immediate chaotic reality of regional governance in developing states. Recently, the Odisha Assembly experienced severe disruptions. Opposition members staged protests demanding accountability for a tragic fire at the SCB Medical College in Cuttack, which claimed the lives of 10 patients. The state is pouring billions of rupees into futuristic plug-and-play industrial parks and rare earth logistics, yet it still battles severe, fatal deficits in basic healthcare infrastructure. Executing futuristic economic ambitions is only half the equation. True superpower status requires a state to answer the fundamental demands of democratic accountability and public safety. By the end of 2027, the dual maps of India will be locked into place. The political center of gravity will shift, utilizing the delimitation process to accurately reflect modern demographics and caste distributions. Simultaneously, the industrial center of gravity is physically expanding eastward, heavily capitalized by the Purvodaya scheme to build rare earth corridors and biopharma hubs. These overlapping shifts permanently elevate historical battlegrounds like Odisha, turning them into the economic bedrock of India's future. Counting citizens on smartphones and carving transit corridors into the earth serve the same purpose. They are two halves of the nation-building process. A digital census and an infrastructure budget provide the physical structure required to build a 21st-century superpower.